good if I fell, would it? So, big round of applause for the Hope Street Choir. So it's fallen to me this year to do the Christmas speech. I tried to convince Pam that it was her turn again, but apparently she did it the last 2 years, so bear with me, guys. The camera right in my face is really helpful.
Yeah.
So, 2014 has been another wonderful year in the history of Hope Street, and I intend on reviewing some of the highlights. But first I'd like to start by passing on my wholehearted thanks to our amazing staff for their enthusiasm, commitment, hard work and general lunatic behaviour. Some of you in this room won't know that we've seen a record number of patients this year, and we have provided our usual high standards to every single one of them. This has resulted in no one taking their lunch break, which is standard practice in this building, but also going without food and cups of tea and working over their hours to make sure that everyone gets that personal touch. So a big thank you, guys. I'm not nervous, what's that? My next big thank you is to all the volunteers and buddies who commit their personal time to make the service what it is. Without you, this service would not have the quality that it does. Not only do you contribute in your own individual way to our growing Hope Street family and change the lives of each and every patient, but I don't think you understand how much an impact you have on us as staff. You nag us, you bully us, you put pressure on us, and you cause us problems. The list goes on. But you also remind us about our humanity, how a patient first feels when they come here, how important it is to listen and give every patient our time. So you not only contribute in your individual way, but also by your influence on us, and we all thank you for that. So this year we've broken a number of records. I've mentioned that we've seen the most amount of patients we've ever seen. We also now employ the most amount of staff we've ever had, and I'd like to welcome the new members to the team. We've delivered more rehab groups than ever before, and that includes the establishment of our new bone and balance group and our better breathers at the hospice. We've also seen our first ever Falls group that every patient has completed the programme. So well done to Gemma and her team. And we also have a record number of buddies recruited this year. While that's amazing for the service, it's also a point of personal embarrassment and a regret for me. For the first time in this service's history, there are buddies and volunteers here whose faces I recognise but don't know all your names and an awful lot about you. There was a time when I knew every patient that came through the service, and I'm probably being a bit harsh on myself in that I don't think anyone can remember the 1,096 patients we saw last year. But one of my New Year's resolutions is to be a bit more visible and accessible and not so busy that I don't have time to say hello to everyone. So make sure that you don't let me forget how important that is.
No, don't worry about that.
We've obtained some new contracts this year and are one of only 2 services in Care Plus Group that have brought in new business in a time of austerity. They include the hospice contract, which after a bumpy start has received some very positive feedback from both patients and staff there. And the early rehab programme, which means we're now able to catch patients much earlier after their acute exacerbations or admissions to hospital. And I'm sure this part of the service will grow dramatically in the new year. We have also gained monies for a new 3-year project starting in January to spread out the amazing work of the Falls Collaborative, focusing on residential homes and our sheltered housing complexes. So there are exciting times ahead. And we will hopefully see us establishing a heritage project exploring the history of Hope Street between 1841 and 1911, about there. Something that's never been done in this area before. And with a look to next year, it's going to be both a continuing challenge, let's not kid ourselves, and a year of celebrations. The Falls Collaborative will celebrate its 10th anniversary in April, and we will be running pulmonary rehab for 10 years in October. So we have some really big milestones ahead, and we need to celebrate and cherish those in equal measures. A real big achievement, I think. Nearly there. On a more sombre note, our rather amazing dysfunctional family here at Hope Street has lost some dear members this year, and indeed in previous years, who are greatly missed and remind us every day that life is short. Both Janice and Amy were fearless, and I think that fear sometimes traps us in our comfort zone and is a great excuse to be boring. So our challenge to all of you for 2015 is don't be boring. Face your challenges head on, be brave and be the best person that you can be. And I think the best way to get over our fears is to surround ourselves with positive, motivated and inspiring people, of which we have an abundance here at Hope Street.
Excuse me.
There are people who make these are the people that make the terrible days more bearable and the great days even better. So to our amazing Hope Street family, Pam and I would like to thank you very much for your hard work this year, wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and challenge you to be fearless in 2015.